Hello everybody, this is literally like my third time doing this because I cannot say an intro correctly, but this is a Fred X reader or listener one shot. It's by Draco X Readers. I'll try to link the Wattpad thing down below, and that was that. The picture on screen is today's video's quote. Hope you enjoy. You were walking with Draco towards your next class. You weren't in the same class, of course, but you had to go in the same direction. Draco was your younger brother. What did you have again? He asked. You sighed. Potions while you have defense against the dark arts. Come on, Draco. It's not that difficult. Draco rolled his eyes. You playfully pushed him when you were almost there. Two certain redhead boys caught your eye. Fred and George Weasley. You weren't allowed to even like them. Slytherin and a Malfoy. You could always easily see the difference between Fred and George, and you had to say that you were really, really into Fred. Hello? You looked at Draco. What? You asked. You're daydreaming again. Every time you have potions or any other class with those two. So now I'm not allowed to daydream? You sighed. Draco sighed and started walking faster away from you. You sighed and walked into your classroom. You sat down next to your best friend, Susanna. I hope Snape pairs us up. She immediately sighed. I heard that he wants to rearrange us because he isn't happy with the way we work. Well, if that's true, he won't put us together. She sighed, knowing that you were right. Turn to page 45 and pay attention. I do not want to hear anything. You turned to page 45 and looked at Snape. Due to some complaints, I'm going to put you into new pairs. He starts calling names and putting people in new pairs. He separated George from Fred and placed your best friend next to a Gryffindor. Wyan Ellen and Fred Weasley. You got up and nervously walked towards Fred. You sat down beside him and opened your book again. You coughed uncomfortably and looked at Fred. Hi, he said softly. Hi, he said while opening his book. Fred didn't really care who he sat next to. Slytherin, Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, boy, girl, Malfoy or not. You grabbed your quill and some paper and looked at Snape. Well, now that we're all rearranged, let's get started. Mr. Weasley. Yes? Fred and George spoke in unison. You let out a small grin. George, I said page 45. Stop fooling around. Eyes here and mouth shut. You sighed and shook your head. What? Fred asked. He's always so grumpy. That's just how Snape is. I said mouth shut. Snape spoke while looking at the two of you. Now I want you all to write me a I skipped a line. When he turned away, you rolled your eyes. Fred let out a small grin. Your cheeks flushed red and you tried to make notes. Now I want you all to write me an essay about a Mortentia. I want to know how it's made, what its properties are. You will work alone, and I want to have it this hour. Next week. You looked through your book and started writing. Another essay? How many times is 4 this week? Yeah, defense against the dark arts, potions, care magical creatures, and history of magic, Fred added. Yeah, I don't get the point of these essays. You felt a book hit the back of your head. You and Fred growled in pain. I said work alone. I did not mean to say it like that. You sighed and continued writing. After Snape walked away, Fred did an impression of him. You tried your best not to laugh and cover your mouth. Fred grinned, and it continued. You burst out laughing, and Fred laughed because of you. Everyone in the classroom looked at the two of you. Your stomach started hurting, and Fred tried to calm down, which didn't really work. The students around you hardly understood. You, a Malfoy, was having fun with a Gryffindor, a Weasley. Would you two care to share what's so funny? Snape said forcefully. You couldn't talk and just shook your head. You managed to calm down, and Fred stopped laughing as well. Everyone slowly looked away, and Snape still had his eyes fixed on the two of you. Last warning to the two of you. He continued walking around the classroom. You idiot, you almost got us in detention, he whispered. Sorry, George always says my same impression is bad. Bad? That was bloody brilliant. You continued writing. You could work faster than this. You knew you could. You were excellent in potions, and knew all about this one. What did we have to do again? Fred suddenly asked. You couldn't help but let out a small grin. Write an essay about... You explained. Oh yes, I remember now. Idiot. You smiled. Fred looked at you while you continued. What did you call me? He asked. An idiot. You spoke. Perhaps I heard you wrong. What did you say? He asked. You rolled your eyes and looked back at your paper. That will be all for this lesson. Class dismissed. Snape spoke. I could not handle those S's 2 in a row. You gathered your stuff and got up. You left the classroom and Fred stopped you. You still didn't answer me. Because I know you heard me. I grinned. You grinned. Why would I ask you if I heard you? He asked. You laughed and shook your head. An idiot. I called you an idiot. An idiot? You don't have to call me an idiot, you know. You laughed and shook your head. I don't have to. That's right. But I still did. Yeah, I heard that. Real Malfoy. You crossed your arms and raised your brows. What do you mean, real Malfoy? I'm always a real Malfoy. No, you're sometimes too nice to be a Malfoy. You blushed and smiled at him. George walked out of the classroom. Come on, Freddie, we have to go. You saw Draco waiting for you. Bye, he smiled. George pulled Fred with him. Wait, YN, he turned around. Would you like to, I don't know, get something to drink with me sometime? He smiled. Of course. Draco walked towards you. What was that, he asked. Nothing. Let's go. I have class. Not gonna lie, I kind of wanted a little more than that. I wanna see more. Sadly, it's a one shot. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope it did well, besides the few points where I messed up. If you have any suggestions or requests or something, let me know. I'm going to do the next video now, which is also going to be a Fred X reader, because I do not want to do Ron. I don't like Ron. He's mean. At least, I think he would be to me. Bye. Have a great day.